such savage presence shown by Virtus Pro.
Hey, we're Dicey Decisions, a group of friends who really like to crack each other up, and sometimes we even do it while we're actually doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is play Dungeons and Dragons. This is our first stream campaign, Finding Purchase, set in the world of Tal'Dorei Reborn. These crazy characters, and I mean my friends, not just their characters, will be trying to make their way through the heist adventures and the keys from the Golden Vault. Let's meet the cast.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you there. My name's Justin. I can't do this anymore. I'm Justin. I'm a network engineer, and I'll be playing your cleric. I hope you really enjoy our show and get into all sorts of shenanigans with us.
Hi, everybody. My name's Daniel. My preferred pronouns are he, him. By day, I'm a healthcare data analyst and freelance writer, and I've been playing D&D in some form or another since the classic Red Box days, late 1970s, early 1980s. And when I'm not gaming or working or spending time with my lovely wife Leslie, I'm an actor in the local theater community. I count cooking, animated films, and rooting for South Florida-based sports teams amongst my greatest passions, and I will be playing Garrick Stillbraid in our adventures, and I want to thank you all for coming on this journey with us. I hope you have a great time.
Hey everybody, I'm Scott. Preferred pronouns he, him. I'm a college professor, lighting designer, and production manager. I've been playing RPGs since the early 80s and currently involved in far too many campaigns as both a DM or a player. I'm also an avid board game player. Now, when not nerding out with friends, I love to cook, and I also love to go hiking. For this campaign, I'll be your DM, and I'm really looking forward to sharing all our dicey decisions with you.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'll be playing Ashrina this campaign. I've only been playing D&D for a couple of years, but I absolutely love it. I'm super excited for you guys to join us on this, what I'm sure will be a chaotic journey.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm an environmental science teacher on the material plane. I'm so honored to jump into this group with these amazing people, and bringing Sliver to life is going to be a real pleasure and a joy. Thanks for coming with us.
I'm Sean. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Kid the Rogue. I've loved playing games since I was old enough to sneak downstairs to the basement and watch my parents playing Treasures of Tarman on the television, so pretty much my whole life. I'm really excited to have this opportunity to play games and tell stories with my friends and to share that with all of you.
So there you have it. Now grab a beverage of choice, maybe a snack, and enjoy all the dicey decisions that we make as we roll into tonight's episode of Finding Purchase. When last our heroes met, they saved the city of Amon, or maybe not. We don't really know. But fireworks happened, cotton candy was eaten, and everybody made it home safely to their beds that night. Over the next few days, word came around that the Natural History Museum of Amon was closed. No explanation, no understanding why. Through various channels within the Clasp, as is standard policy, you were all contacted and told to keep your head low, do not gather as a group, and take care of your own personal business. And you'll be in touch with someone when your services are needed again. So with your few days off, Garrick, what did you do with your time?
Well, first thing I probably did is go shopping for things that we noticeably lacked, things that supplies that, you know what, we could have used this, we could have used that. Let's go to the general store, let's go to the promenade and see if we can close some of the gaps in our supply problem. After that, I would have gone
did everything
to
perfectly.
We didn't die. I mean, that's the most important thing. Then I would have found either a shrine or church to the Raven Queen and prayed not only for success, but also for forgiveness, atonement, because although my primary goal was to stop that egg from hatching, Tarlant wasn't wrong in that my focus strayed a bit, and I lost focus because I was focusing on the gems in the basement, which had nothing to do with what we were doing, and is not what I normally stand for, and got caught up in the moment. So basically, prayed for forgiveness and for a refocus of my purpose, so that it wouldn't happen again.
Noticing you at the temple, the priestess comes up. Good day. What
Mister?
brings you around?
I've been in Amon too long without having visited here. I'm recent to town, somewhat recent to town, but I've been so busy finding my way physically and figuring out where why I'm here and getting set up with my life that I kind of have strayed from what brought me here in the first place. I've got purposes that have been set upon me by the church as well as the matron, and while I am absolutely devoted to that, I'm letting my mind wander to places that is blunting my purpose a little bit. So I'm here to rededicate myself to what I came here to do.
Lovely to have your presence here, but no, the matron is with you at all times.
I know.
She is the shadow over your shoulder.
And I know that, and that's exactly why I'm here, because if she, like you said, she is with me at all points, which means she saw everything that I've done since I've been here in Amman, and I can't imagine that she would be pleased with everything I've done.
I think you might misjudge your own actions and their meaning.
I hope you're right. This is one case I would like to be wrong.
Well, only time will tell, right?
Yes.
I leave you to your prayers.
Thank you, sister.
Anything else you want to do with your time off?
Probably spend some time at Tarlin's Inn, just, trying to coax some apple pie before they get sold. Having a couple drinks, just relaxing, keeping my head low, but also keeping my ears open. Because although we're supposed to be keeping low profile, I want to make sure that nobody is catching on to our scent, and if they are, we try to do something to divert that.
Excellent. So, Kid, what do you do with your
Well, Kid was
downtime?
Kid was born to lay low, basically. So after heading, back down to the bottoms and also hitting the marketplace to pick up a few odds and ends, replace my blunted dagger, pick up a new grappling hook, etc. I will, go to ground. Essentially, I have a I have a couple of bolt holes around Amman, left over from when I was doing stuff for dear old dad. So I will go to ground, and I will just basically disappear. They said not to associate with any of our companions, so I will avoid Tarwin's Inn like the plague. And I will essentially disappear. With the gems that I did steal with my cut, I will go and take care of a few debts that I have inherited over the years, put a little more dent in the inheritance that I was left. But otherwise, I will make myself extraordinarily scarce. That is what Kid is doing.
Excellent. You successfully blend in and disappear in exactly the manner of which you are used to, and a few days pass uneventfully. Sliver, what happens with you over these few days?
Well, after our caper, Sliver returned to his master and he recounted the whole episode, the whole story, and the master ticked off the boxes that slivered all the things he did wrong and did right, congratulated him for focusing on the gems first and getting the group to go down in the basement before anything else, and then trained hard. The master is a stickler for hard training, especially after you think you're successful, and to keep you from getting cocky. So he forced me to quickly learn a new spell, and instead of just putting makeup on, I can use a spell to disguise myself. And he was kind of upset about that. I also asked him if it was time for me to get a hand crossbow. Of course he said no. Still too young, I suppose. I don't know when they're going to trust me. Anyway, on the few minutes of free time that Sliver got, he would go up to rooftop. Of course, he was still running his delivery rounds, but he would go up to rooftops and watch the sky ships occasionally come passing through. And yeah, he was kind of bummed he couldn't hang out with Kid or Garrick after this, but he understood, and he stayed really, really busy. So he also feels like he got just a little bit better at all the things he can do.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, his master does keep him busy, and just when you think you have made your master happy, another task, another chore Another lesson. It lands on your plate, and the days pass by with effort after effort. Ashrina, how do you spend your time?
Well, I would go back to the Bright Vagabond, grab my cart that I steal from Tarlin all the time.
Say, whose cart?
It's my cart, let's be real.
Possession is not the law.
You said whose card it was. I heard her.
I'll grab my cart and go down into one of the rooms and usher one of our guests and her child to come with me, and pack her and the child into this cart, and then stack some boxes around them, and head out to a nearby town. Before I leave, I'll grab 10 gold from the 60 that we brought back from our heist, and we'll give it to the woman in the cart, and head off on our way to sell some wares and to find a new home for this woman and her child.
So you are able to get them smuggled out to safety. She, tears in her eyes, thanks you and asks how can she ever repay you.
I don't need anything. Helping you, get to where you need to be is what's most important for me. You can repay me by hopefully never having to see me again. That would be, the best and most heartfelt for me, is to know that you're in a better spot, safe, healthy. So you take care of that kid of yours, and it's all good.
And how old is this child?
Probably pretty young, like I would say 5, 6, somewhere in that age.
So this child has a paper animal that they have folded, and you can't really tell what animal it's supposed to be, but they're obviously very proud of it, and they hand it to you and sheepishly see if you'll take it.
I'll take it. I was gonna say I crouch down, but this child's probably not too much not too much shorter than I am.
Yeah.
But I'll take the paper animal from them and just ask them, thank you so much. Does it have a name? Do you want to name it?
You can name it.
Okay. What's your name?
Lysa.
Okay. I'll think really hard about it. But I think it'll have Lysa.
Okay. Thank you.
You be good for your mom.
Kind of smirks.
Don't give her too much trouble, and I'll wink and get onto my cart and head into town to hawk some wares.
Excellent. After making this round trip, you feel very, very satisfied that you're doing the right work and your time passes uneventfully. Charlin, you've had a few days.
That's me. Tarlin would start, much like Garrick, heading out and try and shop to cover the deficiencies that he saw, especially since he feels as though he has to carry the weight of the entire group. So some things that he picked up: a steel mirror, a replacement rope, an antimatter rifle, shovel. Wait, one of those is not wrong.
Yeah. Nope.
No antimatter rifle?
Nope.
There was no shovel. It was no shovel. Really
Okay.
can't.
They're all out of that at Gilmore's.
Crowbar, signal whistle, 10 feet of string, and some soap.
Easily
Um,
done.
Just
The
common
soap for
goods that
Sliver's mouth.
basically. But in those few days when he's laying low, outside of the Bright Vagabond out back is a very large willow tree. And below this willow tree is a simple headstone where his husband is buried. And he comes out to say his morning prayer every morning to the Dawn Father at this headstone. So one morning he walks out, he kneels down next to the headstone and says, "Joe, I know that you gave your whole life and your future to give me my dream, and I'm trying to live up to it and respect you and your memory, but it's very hard. This life that you lived with these people, it's not me, but I have to continue on your work because you gave so much to me. You got me the inn. You gave me a lifetime of happiness, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try being better, leading them. Just if you could show me some tips. I was definitely taken off guard quite a few times. A burglary is not easy. Uh, I don't know if you know or you were watching there. Next to the Dawn Father, we may have stopped an apocalypse, which pretty good for our first mission. I didn't think we were gonna make it out of there. I mean, you've seen us. I've talked about Ashrina before, and you worked with Kid, but these other ones, Garrick, I think I get along with him most, even though we butted heads. He seems like a good person, and Kid, I mean, he's a kid. I think he had a difficult childhood, and that's why he acts out. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, thanks for listening again, and I really miss you. I'll see you tomorrow.
And
Bye, Joe.
you're answered by the warm morning breeze blowing through the branches of the willow tree as the sun rises. And you make your way back into the Bright Vagabond, and you hear the familiar bell. Entering in is a young human woman, auburn hair, freckles around the nose, dressed in well-worn common clothes. She flashes a few familiar hand signs. Is it safe?
Oh, we have that in the back. You could follow me, and I will lead her back down the back stairs.
And she nervously follows you, kind of looks around the room a little bit. She's got a small bag slung over her shoulder. And you make your way into the back with her. And she looks around, kind of nods and winks and looks and waits. And you can tell she's making sure we're good here.
Pull on the one wine bottle that opens the secret door into the back room that has a table in the exit. Please, have a seat. How can I help you?
She comes in, she goes, thank you. Tarlin, right?
On my better days.
I'm Jocelyn. She said, I was told to come talk to you. There's an important matter that needs to be handled, and apparently, I guess it's your number's up. An ally of the Clasp had their life savings stolen from a business partner. And they've come to us asking to help exact some revenge. And she looks nervously down at her pack. And give me an insight check.
Absolutely. I happen to be a professional. A 10 on the die, so 14.
So her hands are kind of shaking a little bit. She's obviously more nervous than her words are portraying. And she says, "Yeah, this woman is an ally apparently, and she's a professional gambler, and her partner kind of made off with a bunch of her money, and she wants some revenge. All I know is to tell you to gather some support, whoever you think you might need, and meet her at the Brine Widow Tavern. It's over in the Dock District." When she says Dock District, her eyes go to the bag.
Dock District. What was the contact's name?
Oh, I'm sorry. Her name is Verity. Verity Kai. She's a tiefling woman.
I get a basic description: hair, skin color, etc. And pardon for being presumptuous. Is everything okay? You seem awful nervous.
She looks down and her eyes kind of meet yours, and she says,
Well, yeah, she has to look down for her eyes to meet mine.
and she says, I knew him. He saved my life. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'm glad that he touched so many people, and that's why I keep doing what he did, only a lot worse at it.
And she reaches into her bag and she pulls out a cloak. She says, "We were on watch one night down in the Dock District on a roof. It was cold, it was freezing. And I slipped and fell. Joe scrambled down the side of the building and wrapped me in his cloak. Kept me warm until we could get some help."
Sounds like my Joe.
"You should have this."
Oh, I couldn't.
He'd want you to have it.
It won't fit.
I think you'd be surprised.
Well, thank you, and take it gently in my hands and just kind of hide the fact that hands are trembling. And I think I know exactly the people I need to contact. When is Verity going to be at the Brine Widow?
She's there. She's there now. Apparently, there is a time frame. I don't know the full details. They don't tell us all. Compartmentalization and all that. You know how we work.
No, but I'll try.
She laughs.
Let me. Yeah, I know the first stop, and I think we'll branch out from there. Feel free. And pulls out the key ring and pulls the second key out, and hands it and says, first door on the right is reserved for our members. Stay the night if you need it. Just rest for a few hours. You can drop the key in the key box, but that's what it's there for.
That's very nice. Thank you.
And once we migrate out of this, he'll throw the cloak over his shoulders, and he's gonna try and find Kid.
Okay. So you throw the cloak over your shoulder, like as in to wear it, or just...
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it's too long, like he bunches up at the bottom and puts it on just to
Tucks
feel
it
the
into a
warmth.
boot. Just
Tucks it into his boots.
It actually, when you throw it over your shoulders, it resizes to your size.
fancy.
Holding out on me. I got to get on that alimony pony. Just, huh? And look up and go, thanks, Joe. And go look for Kid or Ashrina, one of the two, who I know are loudmouth and can find people. Wow.
Rude.
I would imagine Ashrina is probably easier to find than Kid.
Yeah,
Considering
probably.
I live there.
Go back, see if my cart is there. Come back in, go upstairs, rap on her door.
Hello?
Hey, I need to talk.
What is it? I literally just got back.
Well, we're just about to leave. Can I come in?
Okay. Let him in.
All right. I've been tasked with an assignment and got told to gather a team, and I only know you and the others. So can you help me find them? We're going to this time exact some revenge. So it's more of your guys' type of mission, not the whole world saving, but somebody got robbed and we're gonna go get revenge, whatever that hopefully not kill. I don't think I could stomach that.
You don't have to kill someone to get revenge. I love a little re-robbing.
Is re-robbing a... Is that a word?
I can't.
It is now.
Trina casts Uno reverse.
You know, as long as we don't have to like, I think I know the perfect. Let's go find Kid. I think he's probably, well, he did really struggle to stab that box. Oh, yeah. But we did see some cool things in that place. Yeah, let's go find Kid. We can re-rob this person. It'll be fun. And then we'll find I'm sure, let's go find Garrick and Sliver.
Do you know who Sliver's master is?
No, I'm not sure that Sliver's master exists.
Oh, you think it's another personality?
Could be. It could be. I never know with that guy.
He is a pretty good actor. Maybe that's his thing, like to throw us up. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad.
He does.
Poor guy.
I think he spends a lot of time listening to people, and maybe he's listening to more people inside his head.
Well, he's a delivery boy, I think. He at least pretends to be, so I'll go hit the promenade and see if he's delivering his pies. Why don't you see if you can find Kid, and Garrick is probably at the church.
Okay.
Or at least in the district. The Raven Queen. Yeah, and we'll meet back. We have to go to the Dock District to the Brine Widow Tavern.
Brine Widow Tavern. Gotcha. Do you want to meet there, or do you want to just meet back here and go together?
Let's meet over there. I don't know how long our contact's going to be there, so we need to do a little hustle, and we'll meet outside. Don't go inside without everybody together.
Okay. Just for your sake, if Sliver is a delivery boy and he's selling apple pies, you better tell him to knock that shit off because we've cornered that market.
We?
Yeah.
You live here. You don't work here.
Listen, our little goblin friends are selling pie, and we're the sample boys, so no apple pies unless it's coming from the goblins.
I will never understand you, Ashrina. I'm gonna turn and walk away.
So I'll head out and I'll head towards the Raven Queen Temple, and as I'm going along, I'm just gonna leave some thieves' cant around telling Kid to meet us in the dock district at the warehouse's name that I already forgot the name of.
Brine Widow Tavern.
Brine Widow. I almost said Brandywine, so it was close.
When you get to the Temple of the Raven Queen, you find Kid sort of nonchalantly leaning on a wall nearby, not conspicuously keeping an eye on Garrick.
This isn't where I said to go. Can you read?
Yeah, I can read. I just figured this would be quicker. I was already here.
Are you following me?
No, I'm following Garrick.
Oh. Okay. Well, to each
Look,
their
some of
own,
us
I
have
guess.
other jobs, all right? Like, we're not just waiting around to save the world. Like, I gotta eat, you know what I mean?
We're not saving the world this time. We're re-robbing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Oh, robbing. Okay.
No.
Get behind robbing.
Re-robbing.
Oh, that's even more fun. I like that. Re-robbing.
Yeah. So let's grab Garrick. He's not gonna like that we're re-robbing, but you know what? That's what church is for, right? You just go back to temple.
Yeah, and I think he'd be willing to do a little re-robbing to get in good with the class. So we just gotta float it right.
Oh, okay.
So, as you two are standing there waiting for Garrick to come out of the church where you think he might be, which is likely the case, you do see another familiar person walking towards the temple sheepishly. It's a pale-skinned girl.
The same one from, well, I guess I wouldn't have seen her. Is she looking at us?
She's looking at the temple door nervously.
Oh. Hey, are you going inside?
Oh, no, I'm just waiting for a friend.
Oh. Do you want to wait with us? We're also waiting for a friend.
Oh. She kind of eyes you and kind of looks you up and down. She's like, who's your friend?
Oh, his name's Garrick.
Oh. I gotta go. And she walks away very quickly. And just as that happens, Garrick comes out of the temple and sees the two of you there and sees a hastily retreating familiar figure.
Francina?
Can I?
Francina, yes. It's the only place she knows to stalk you is at the temple.
Can I insight her reaction? Was it embarrassment that we were here for the same person? Or
I think she thinks she has competition. It was pretty obvious to her.
Why does everybody think I'm married to everyone?
Why is it that you're the competition, Ashley?
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey,
So Garrick sees Francina leaving and pauses and stares at her for a second and is just about to call out to her, but then sees Ashrina and Kid and breaks out of his trance and makes a mental note. And, oh, hello. I'm waiting long.
Not that long. I think you might
Long
need to
enough
go
to make
back
a
to
new
the
friend.
museum someday. And
Yeah, apparently he just watches her as she leaves.
I
Yeah,
wonder if she's mad at you. Did she get fired maybe?
I hope not. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
you
She
can't go
seemed
back to the
mad.
museum. You can't go back to the museum, can you?
No, I don't
probably
think
not.
so.
And if the plan had gone like it was going in my brain, she might have gotten fired, but we never got to that point. So she's free and clear.
Well, okay. Well, we got a job.
Already?
Yeah. So if you want to come with me, I don't have too much info. We're just re-robbing.
Harlan
Define that.
asked for some help.
Re-robbing.
Robbing a robber? Re-robbing?
Oh, okay. I mean, I got no problem appropriating goods from people that shouldn't have them. Let's go.
Wow,
See,
that
I
was
told
easier than I
you.
thought.
Meanwhile, Tarlin, how do you find or attempt to find
So
your
the
good buddy
last
Sliver?
when I met him for the first time, we were in the promenade and he was going from booth to booth. So I will go to that same spot and just kind of wander from shop to shop, hoping to run into him. But
Okay.
this is a very big city, and
Excellent. So, give me perception check for you, Tarlin, and Sliver. Give me a stealth check.
I ended with a 16.
And I with a 14.
Right. So, you catch him out of the corner of your eye, dashing from one stall to another.
It's a big city, but you happen to be one of the main characters, so you found it first.
You've got the anime hair, so
Yeah.
Sliver. I don't know how to do this.
Sliver has a couple big burlap sacks tied together, slung over his shoulders, and he's clearly making delivery. And he sees you and goes, "Oh!" And he turns around and takes off quickly the other way.
We have a job! We have a job!
He ducks into an alley.
I'll follow.
Okay. We're not supposed to be together. What are you doing, calling me out in the middle of the street? You yelled my name. Don't do that. That's wrong. Don't, no, never, never, never. Not in public.
How else am I supposed to get your attention?
There's so many ways. You don't just... Okay, Mr. Tarlin, please just remember, when we're out in the market or someplace where other people can hear, don't call out my name. That's the number one rule. I won't call you by your name. Trust me. You can't call me unless we come up with another name. Think of something else that you can call me and I'll remember.
Barnaby.
Okay, Barnaby. I'll answer to Barnaby or Barney or anything like that. Okay, got it. Starts with a B.
Okay, well, the Clasp has a job for us. We need
Wait, don't say it right here. Follow me. And he takes you around a corner and into another alley.
Get off the alley.
He's looking around.
An alley.
I would like to check to see if anyone's following or listening.
Make me a perception check.
And I rolled a natural 1.
Here we
for
go.
a 5.
There's a little kid eating an apple, picking his nose at the same time, staring right at the two of you.
I want to know if this is really a little kid. I'm going to really eyeball him. Like, is he watching me and trying to figure something out? How can I mean, I guess he is, but he could be answering to somebody.
You have no idea. I mean, he's standing there eating an apple. He's like 2 knuckles deep into his nose, and
It's a long way. That's a sign of some sort of disturbance. Sure.
Test.
I pull out a copper. I say, "Hey, kid, you want some money?"
yeah.
Where are your parents?
Go very far away.
I don't know.
I throw the copper out into the street.
He goes chasing after the coin.
Okay, so we're free and clear now. Nobody's watching.
Yes, no small child. They've chased it into the street now,
and gotten trampled by a horse, probably.
Okay, all right, come in
Hey,
close.
look, there's the parade. Okay. Are we done messing around?
Why? What do you mean? Do you know? You clearly listen. None of this stuff out in the open. What do you want? Why are you? You're breaking all the rules.
Great. Anyway, I have to put together a team, and you're one of the only people I know. So, against my better judgment, I'm picking you for my team. Let's go.
Wait a minute. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, wait a minute. I've got I got things to deliver. What's the plan? Where am I supposed to meet you? What can we do? I have to talk to the master and make my got to run my routes first. I can go really fast. What do we do? Meet you at your tavern?
Not mine. We're gonna go to the dock district. It's called the Brine Widow.
I know that place. Ooh,
Get there as quick as possible.
Yes. Right now? You're on your way?
Yes, I will go now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go full speed, and I take off running.
As he takes off, my cloak billows.
That's my Speedy Gonzalez speed kicking up dust.
I love this for you, Justin.
Forlorn cloak billowing in the wind. It's windy.
I love this for you.
All right, so you guys head through various means towards the dock district and make your way to the Brine Widow. You all are waiting for everyone else to arrive. Sliver, did you need to go somewhere specific, or were you just finishing your task?
I was just doing my job. I leave a message for my master, something like "new job, talk later," and I run down to the dock district and find this place.
Excellent.
Before we go to the district, Garrick would probably know, is the dock district more of a rough and tumble, common folk area?
It's a commerce area. It's well guarded. There are some rough and tumble types because, well, sailors are rough and tumble people, right? This particular tavern is, no seedier or than your average, tavern in town.
Mm-hmm.
It does see a lot of it does have several private rooms available kind of place.
Knowing that, Garrick will go back into the church, take off his finer clothes, and wear something as nondescript as possible before going into the dock district.
Okay.
I'm so glad nobody told Tarlin to do that.
Picture of the Raven Queen on it.
Right. The only thing that has the Raven Queen on it is my shield. That's
right.
Meanwhile, Tarlin walks up in his innkeeper outfit with this holy symbol of the Dawn Father, Hey, look, there's a mark.
Hello, fellow thieves.
How do you do today, fellow ne'er-do-wells?
So yeah, you all reconvene there together. I assume you were waiting outside. I think was the plan till everybody got there before going in together. So yeah, you're there at the front door.
Okay, we're looking for a tiefling, and I'll give the general description.
Yeah, you were told teal blue skin, red horns, auburn hair, with red tattoos.
and her name is Verity Kai. I don't know who wants to do the talking, but
I do.
I really don't want it to be Sliver.
I need a little more information. I'll do the talking. I guess I need.
The only information I got is this is an ally of the Clasp that got robbed. They're a professional gambler. Their partner robbed them, and we're getting revenge on the partner.
How do you professionally gamble? Isn't that just called addiction?
I mean, I'm assuming if you're professional, it just means you do it well enough to actually make money doing it. But
it just means you can't compete in the Olympics,
right? Or go to or university. Right.
Yeah, so I'm not so good at, the nice talking, so I'll let somebody else,
Yeah, I'll
start that.
I'll see what I can. I'll approach her. We'll see what happens after that.
I'm happy to speak with her.
You can
it's
help
not that I
Garrett.
don't trust what you're gonna say. It's that let's save you for when it's most important.
Look, if
That's
what we
good.
saw
That's a
outside
good
the
point.
church is any indicator, Garrick is fantastic at making an impression.
Garrick actually, his cheeks actually flush a little bit when you say that.
Oh, yeah. Tarlin Francina came to see Garrick.
Yeah, and then she ran off before I could say hello.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing.
Garrick and Francina sitting in a tree.
Oh boy, I'm gonna need a drink after this.
You've come to the right place.
You do seem like you're missing. I will say, finding your soulmate is a very, very deep experience, and perhaps you should give Francina a try.
I talked to her for 30 seconds, and it was literally only to make her like us enough to help us if we needed it.
Well, you don't have to tell her that.
It's about small connections.
No, I won't tell her that. I'm telling you that.
Maybe don't lead with that.
No. I mean, she could be one of those people.
How's your terrible poetry?
I'll leave out the terrible part.
Anyway, to business. We have.
Yes, let's go inside. I need that drink.
So you head inside, and as you enter,
business. This is robbing. I'm like,
yeah,
let's do this.
The Brine's Widow is a nautical themed tavern, as one would expect with the name. You end up having the view of the entire common room. There are several doors on the far wall. Standing near one of them is a tiefling woman that matches the description that you were given. She spots Tarlin very quickly. And as soon as she sees Tarlin, she turns towards one of the doors, goes through it, leaving it open.
I think we've been spotted.
Yeah.
Weird.
Lead my ragtag group that way.
Yep.
I will kind of linger out away from the group and buy a drink and do tavern things for a little while, and then kind of walk through the door after a minute or two. You know what I mean? Just sort of
when I
trickle
see
in.
Kid doing that, I lean over to him as I pass him and go, "Could you get me one too, please?"
Yeah, I will buy an ale for those of us who are of age and of a mind. And
Sorry, Sliver.
So yeah, we'll be tavern patrons for a minute or three. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
And then kind of wander through the door.
Excellent. So you all make your way back to that back room with drinks in hand. And it is a well-appointed room, polished wood table. There are paintings of local landscapes, wrought iron lanterns hung from the wall. There's a table filled with platters of food piled high, pots of tea steam in the center of the table. The woman is seated at the head of the table. She says to you all, "Thank you for coming so swiftly. I am Verity Kai, and what I'm about to discuss with you requires some discretion. And she gestures to the open door. And
Was it?
great. As you
We'll
close
kind of
the
just lean against it.
sure.
How
She
old
says,
does this woman look?
probably in her, late 20s, early 30s.
Too old.
Too old
She's
for.
really pretty.
Oh, okay. She is very pretty. She is also very stern looking. She looks very serious.
She looks like a person who's out a lot of money and wants somebody hurt.
Pretty much, yes. Yes. She says, a new casino has opened just on the outskirts of town. It is named, and she kind of rolls her eyes really big, the Afterlife Casino. It is a hell-themed casino. She sounds very put out by this fact. The owner is my former business partner, Quentin Togglepocket.
No.
Yes.
What does
He
that mean?
That means, ma'am, that means that gnomes really have the best names.
Damn right.
Just-
she says, well, this one's a piece of work.
Mm.
We were in business together on the gambling circuit, traveling together with plans to open a casino someday. And then he up and disappeared, taking all of our joint winnings along with him. And now
He's a casino owner.
he shows back up opening a casino. Go figure. Much in his fashion, he is a bit grandiose in nature. He is opening with a large three-dragon anti-tournament. It has quite a reputation. There will be some heavy hitters there. And he has much to my chagrin, a statuette of a devil as the prize. He's really rubbing it in my nose, as it were.
I guess it bears a striking resemblance.
Yes, supposedly. And he's, used the money that he embezzled from me to open this place, and there is a golden statuette that is the prize that everybody is vying for in this tournament. I want to embarrass the crap out of him. And she's like shaking. She's so upset. She says, I would love it. It would be glorious if somebody absconded with that statue before the tournament was over. And of course, I want my money back. He took $5,000 from me. 5,000 gold pieces. Now, I'm a friend of yours, as it were, if you know what I mean. So, I would like to hire you to do this job. Bring me the statuette and the money back here to the inn, and I will give you each 100 gold pieces.
I would like to insight to kind of get a feeling of whether or not her story kind of adds up, or if this is, petty business partners, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that he stole, it's that they're going back and forth and it was a falling out.
Give me an insight check.
19.
So you are obviously hearing one person's side of the story. She firmly believes she was taken advantage of.
Okay.
She definitely felt that there was a plan in place, that they were on the circuit, strategically going to tournament after tournament, winning as much as they could to save up to open up their own casino together. And then he just disappeared and the money was gone with him.
So definite overtones of betrayal.
Definite.
Okay.
Want us to get the casino closed down too?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a little offended by the theme of the casino. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems insensitive.
Yeah.
Especially in Amon, which has been raised by demons. I don't know how many times now, but that's not the here nor there.
Right.
I don't know about that. It seems pretty in your face, like flaunting of the traditions. So, this is an odd question I will grant before I even ask this, and this is not an indication that I don't believe you. I'm asking this because of, on the back end of this, was there any paperwork between you and him to indicate this agreement that he might still have at the casino that we could retrieve? Or was it all handshake?
This is all a discussion. We were friends. We were good friends. And this was a plan.
Why do you think he did this to you?
Because he's a shithead.
But
I mean,
why didn't you know he was a shithead?
You know, sometimes you just can't tell. I've met plenty of shitheads in my life that I didn't know were shitheads.
He's a good liar.
You're traveling with 4 of them right now?
I've met plenty of women who have married shitheads they didn't know were shitheads.
Does this person, Quentin, does he have any family?
I've never met any.
Huh.
Where are you going with this, Sliver?
Yeah, what is your...
We're re-robbing. We're not killing someone's family.
Well, he would give us what we wanted if we could hold someone hostage.
Oh, I am not prepared to be a hostage situation.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if he doesn't have anyone, then...
I'm not interested in anything illegal beyond...
Re-robbing.
Yes, beyond me getting what I deserve back.
Important question. Were you familiar with the phrase re-robbing before today?
No, it's good though. It fits.
Mm-hmm.
It's really going to be a thing now, Ashrina.
Yeah.
I mean, what's more important is I want that statue to not be available for him to hand out to the winner of this tournament, because that will embarrass the crap out of him. Nobody will visit this casino. He will have a horrible reputation. That's really what I want. Now, I also want my money. And if I just get the statue, I probably can't afford the 100 gold apiece to pay you all. But you understand.
Can any of us whittle?
I was just thinking the same thing, Ashrina.
Anyone know how to whittle? Because I'm thinking what would be just the icing on the cake is if we just whittle an ugly little gnome statue out of wood and just replace your little demon statue with a little wood gnome statue.
So she smiles. She smiles. She's like, "Oh, I can give you a description."
I start taking notes.
That's way better than my thought of leaving a bag of excrement.
Oh, I mean, I was
shape
thinking...
the gnome statue out of the excrement. I'm sorry,
I'm
my brain just
whittling out of poop.
No, I agree with you. I just intrusive thoughts win. I apologize.
You could build it out of poop like Adobe or clay.
No, I
The wood
I-
is fine.
Okay.
Wood is fine.
Ma'am, if we come back with less than the amount that you expect, and we use some of it for expenses like bribery, would you still pay us the amount you said? Like if we come back with, say, 2,000 gold, do we still get paid?
I think I'd have to say that, like, I mean, I am trying to recoup my life savings here. I'd have to prorate it.
That makes sense.
That's
You
fair.
understand that we actually work for the Clasp, right?
Yes, that is who I contacted. See, I'm
This is
in
why I
really
didn't want him to talk.
I'm in really good with your organization, which is probably why they sent you here.
Yes, consummate professionals.
Well, they came to the right place. We have not yet bungled a mission.
So
Mhm.
You have 100% success rate.
Mm-hmm.
it's impressive.
Thanks.
And you know what's cool? Every
She
single
rolled
one of these
insight
people really trust me.
I mean, I'm not lying.
We're not.
We're two for two. Corner the apple pie market and shut down the museum. We're doing
18
great.
on my persuasion to 100% success rate.
She says, I like you all, and I think you guys are gonna make this happen for me, and I look forward to hearing exactly how embarrassed he gets. If you get everything, I'll up it to 150 apiece.
When's the tournament?
Well, it's already started. So I have a horse and cart waiting to take you. It's a bit of a drive. It's just outside of town. But the cart will take you to a dock, and you'll have to get on a boat because it's down a tributary of a river that ends in a cavern. Hold on. And she pulls out a piece of paper.
My cloak billows.
While she's doing that, Garrick's like, wait. So this is in a cavern outside. What jurisdiction of law is this casino under then?
Casinos are lawless.
But like, are Iman City guards out there? It's got to be security of some kind.
It's like a rent-a-cop.
She hands you this paper and unfolds it, and it is a rough sketch of the casino. And she says, I got this information from a dwarven construction worker who worked on building this place. He got injured on the job, and that son of a bitch fired him and didn't pay him. So just so you know the kind of person you're dealing with here, right? So this dwarf did me a solid and kind of drew up what they were constructing for me. It's kind of rough, but there's this river that goes into this cavern and then exits this cavern at the coastline in a giant waterfall.
Okay.
And inside, it's all decorated to look like caves of hell. Right? That's his big theme because he's trying to throw it in my face.
Right.
But there are gaming tables. There's a spa with baths. There's a big tournament room, which is where the tournament is actually taking place. They've got some entertainment there at the casino. Apparently, some animals and acrobats doing stunts and tricks and whatnot. And
we're
then
too late to enter the tournament. It's already started.
It has already started. Yeah.
Do any of us actually know how to play the game very well? I know I don't. I know what it is. I'm not familiar with how it's really played.
No,
I can play.
No, but
I can play every game.
it's kind of one of those things where
We can discuss strategy on the way.
do
How long until the winner is announced?
Yeah.
Days?
Uh,
Hours?
You have probably 2 days, probably about
Okay.
48 hours before he's gonna
Okay.
the tournament will finish up, give or take. Depends on how things go back and forth. Stalemates, winners, losers. Windfalls.
About 2 days. Okay.
About 2 days.
Couple of questions. One is about the map. One is about logistics.
Sure.
How long does it take us to get to the casino by boat once we get to the dock?
Oh, not far at all.
Okay. So that amount of
Will
time
that
won't really
boat-
affect our 2 days.
It's
is
just
that
out.
our boat? Like, is that our boat hire? Will that boat be there when we need to leave?
Probably like a ferry, right? Like a community ferry.
The casino runs the ferry into the casino.
Okay.
So
That's right. So we need to figure out how to get. Anyway, okay, yeah, fair enough.
The other
So we
question I
won't-
have
it's
is
not
about
our
the
boat.
map.
uh-huh.
There are things marked security mirrors. What does that mean?
Oh, good question. The dwarf said that those are big, large mirrors spread throughout this place, and that whatever is being reflected in those mirrors are also able to be seen in the security office.
Gotcha. Okay.
Some
Huh.
magic or other, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you know where the statue is being kept?
I would assume in the vault.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. There are several.
Wow.
There's a security mirror in the vault, and at least 2 or 3 on the way there. So.
Yeah. So all of his employees, and she just kind of takes a deep breath, are tieflings.
Are they good with the theme and everything that he's doing? Or do you
I
have any
imagine
idea?
he's paying them whatever it takes for them to be okay with the theme that he's doing.
But he doesn't pay well. He's a jerk. He stiffs
Well,
people.
he might be paying his workers well. He stiffed the construction worker that got injured. So,
He's an inconsistent guy, isn't he?
yeah.
Oh,
In addition to the security mirrors, you see these blue doors.
Mm-hmm.
Those are employee-only areas, and you need some kind of special card to get in.
We're familiar.
sheesh.
Oh, really? Really?
Of the concept. Let's just say.
Okay, so we can't kill him. We can't
Well-
bribe the guys who work for him. We don't have time to
None of
burrow
that is
in.
true. We could do both of those things if we needed to.
La 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 la. She's like, I don't want to hear any of this.
We plan on the way.
Yeah, let's go.
Is this your horse and cart? Like your personal horse and cart?
I've hired it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Do we
You already
have time
have mine.
to...
You don't need another one.
You can never have too many carts.
She
Matching sets
also
are a thing.
she also reaches under her seat and pulls a small box out, opens it up, and there is a potion of healing for each of you, which is already in your character sheets.
Nice. I was wondering where that
And she
came from.
says, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
I mean, we've got a couple days. If we leave, well, 2 days maybe. If we leave now, maybe we can, scope it out, look at some things, maybe play some games. I have some ideas, but we'll plan on the way.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I am going to slip by one of my boat holes if we have a little bit of time and grab my gala outfit. so that I have something to blend in on a casino floor at a tournament.
Oh, I guess I could just hold everybody's nice clothes if they want.
Yeah, that would be good. I'll go get mine too.
Yeah, mine are in my backpack, but I'll give them to Shrina so that they don't get all wrinkly.
It's a bag of laundering now.
In more ways than one.
Nice.
While everybody's running around grabbing their clothes, I'd like to stop at like the Tal'Dori version of a hardware store.
Yeah,
and just
general store.
Just grab like a block of wood, and nobody ever
Depot.
answered me if Gnome Depot. No.
Oh God!
What's ironic is Lowe's also fits here, kind of thing.
Oh,
I
Gnome
hate
Depot
it.
is canon. It is canon.
It sure
Yes, it
is.
is.
It is
Yes,
canon.
so I'd like to go to Gnome Depot and pick up a thing of wood and a like what is it called? Woodworking tools?
A thing
Yeah.
Carver's
of wood.
Yeah, like a
What
little
is a
wood
thing
carver
of
set.
wood?
Just like a little like block of wood, like you would see like a whittler using.
Wait, I get
Okay.
crap for not knowing what cheese comes in, and she doesn't get crap for a piece of wood?
Is
A
that
thing
not
of
what it
wood.
is? A
Oh, I'm
piece
sorry,
of wood?
a thing of wood.
Yeah. A thing
So-
of wood. Okay.
So yeah, you can get a thing of wood for a copper piece. That's not a problem. What else did you want?
The woodworker's tools.
Okay. Yeah, you can look those up on the.
Okay.
I will pay whatever they cost. They easily have those handy and available at your local Gnome Depot.
Miss Ashrina, does a
I'm
gnome fit
pushing.
into
I'm
that
pushing
bag?
for a endorsement now. I think we might find our first ad.
Yeah, run ad rolls from Gnome Depot.
Oh my god. Sliver, you were asking me a question?
Yeah, I was wondering if a gnome can fit into your sack, your bag.
I
Yes.
mean, I fit into the bag, so
Oh, right, you did.
Yes.
You did. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's an option. Okay. Good.
yes. They will die if
Why
they
is that
stay
an
in there
option?
too long.
We're taking a statue and some. We're not kidnapping.
So
You said that we could do all those things. Kid, you said it. I heard you. Nothing's
said
off the
don't rule it
table.
out.
Right. So I'm not ruling it out.
You're
I
not
think we
ruling
need
it
to-
out.
I think we
We
need to let this
left.
life lady get back
We
to
have-
her life and
Yeah.
go on our way.
We have left.
Great. I'll be here. Great.
Probably a good idea.
I will drive. We don't have a driver, right? She just has a cart and horse.
Correct.
Okay. I will drive the cart because I can drive land vehicles.
It's like a nice wagon,
Sick.
like
Okay.
for dignitaries to travel in, kind of thing.
Okay. I will drive the wagon and
Halfway through the ride, I just look over to Shrina and go, "No."
but it's really
No.
nice.
No.
It's so much nicer. Ours needs some work. Ugh.
Well, you can practice on your thing of wood, and then you can upgrade my cart.
Our cart. Hey, Sliver. And I throw him the woodworking tools and the block of wood. I need
Yeah.
you to carve me a little ugly gnome to these specifications, and I hand him a little piece of paper with the gnome description on it.
Can I put a tall,
Make
pointy
it-
hat?
That's
Yes.
offensive. Do it.
Co-signed. Absolutely.
Yeah. Isn't that the point? Isn't that the
Yeah,
point?
you know
Aren't we
what? That's
trying-
fair.
That
That's
is
fair.
on the outside of Gnome Depot. It's just a giant coned hat.
It's like the Bucky statue.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. You can put a pointy hat on him, make it kind of ugly, like make him like a little ugly man, but like resemble enough of this character. I would do it, but I gotta drive and I can't multitask, so that's on you.
Perfect.
But make sure you give it back
wanted
to
to
me.
carve something out of a thing of wood. Yeah, sure.
All right, so you guys get in the cart. You're heading that way. You're carving a statuette. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
All right, give me a wood carving. Are you proficient?
No.
Oh.
Half proficient.
Oh well, yeah. You're partially proficient in damn near everything. So
I think the Dawn Father needs to help.
I don't know what wood carving roll is. What would I roll?
So it's going to be a wisdom with half your proficiency.
Okay.
So just roll a wisdom check.
Uh-huh.
And what is the Dawn Father doing to help?
Dawn Father is just reaching back and go, please don't make it bad. Pats him and gives him guidance, which will give you an additional +2 to your roll.
Okay. Roll in a wisdom, and then I would add, I guess, 1 to... I rolled a 2, so that gives me a 4. 5.
Yep. 5.
So, well, it's 4 plus 1 from your half proficiency is 5, plus 2 from the guidance of the Dawn Father gives you a 7. So
It's still really bad, but it's slightly less really bad than it was.
Yeah, it's gnome-ish.
Honestly, that suffices.
Yeah,
It's
that works.
sufficient.
This is coming out great.
Great. Exactly what we wanted.
Oh boy.
Sliver understood the assignment.
So, and Tarlin looks down at the map. If we're coming in here towards the game tables, we're going to be immediately on their security mirrors.
Yes.
They're going to know that we're there.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine we need to do our best to both stand out and not stand out enough to be like targeted.
Yeah.
We
Well,
should probably split up and do our thing to try and find the best way, because our biggest priority should be getting to that security office.
Sure,
What?
we can all be tieflings, right? We can disguise ourselves as tieflings and like knock out the guard, drag him in the back, become him, take his badge, go walk into the security, turn off the screens, the mirrors, and go into the vault, take the thing, and leave.
Let the animals out to cause chaos, and while that's happening, sneak into the vault.
Sure. Isn't that the way we do it?
I mean, honestly, that would also cause more embarrassment, wouldn't it?
You should also, Sliver, I've got a special mission for you too, because you're very, whatever it is you are.
Unique.
Is it? What do you mean? What is
I
it that you think I am, ma'am?
something.
Is that a good or?
Yeah, it's great.
I don't. Okay. 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 What do you think I should do? Oh, here. Hey, check it out. This is coming out really nice.
That's fantastic. That looks so good. What I think would
Thanks.
be really fun, maybe not like right away, but like as we're ready to be leaving, maybe just drop some like lines to some random people about mice you've seen, or like maybe some cockroaches you saw in the kitchen areas, or drink areas, whatever. I assume it's a casino. I am assuming they're serving alcohol and snacks.
So try to trash talk this guy's place.
Yeah. Just
What if
drop
we
some
say- What about we heard he's not going to pay off if people win, if people beat him? Is that too harsh?
Drop some lines that the games are rigged.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Keep
a
it coming,
casino.
keep it
All the
good.
games are rigged, but
Sure, but okay.
All right, new plan. I'm gonna immediately go to the spa while you all do your thing. Let me know when the security room, and we're actually going to do the mission.
Aren't you going to impersonate Quentin? I thought you were going to. You're the perfect one to do it. Once we put him in the bag, you can be Quentin.
Oh, we're not putting a man in my bag. That was a one and done. We'll figure it out.
Where did that plan come from? Like, did you just not tell us that half of it?
What half?
That I would be disguising myself as that and point to the statue.
I just assumed that was a no-brainer. Everybody would have said that, right? I look at Kid and Garrick like, didn't you guys? Isn't that what we?
I mean, if we were kidnapping a casino owner, Tarlin would probably be the choice.
We're not kidnapping a casino owner. This is the same thing as the gems downstairs at in the museum. We're getting off task.
Oh, just like the gems. We're not kidnapping. I get
it. My concern is, how do we leave again if the casino controls all of the boats? We need to not make enough noise to not be able to get on one of their boats to leave.
Yes, this is not a smash and grab. This is surreptitiously.
Correct. We have to get out of there without them knowing what we've done.
Or we're all swimming.
Pretty much.
I can't swim.
Be permanently.
Is that a gnome thing?
I'm not sure I can swim either.
I'm not going to answer that.
I'm just asking.
So, I mean,
so our plan is, and just I want to be 100% before we go forward. We are going to case the joint, find any flaws, any things notice, any patterns we can pick up on, and then we'll all meet at the restaurant, which is downstairs behind the waterfall.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm willing to change my plans.
We can get a table by the back of the restaurant so that we're not in.
If I can make a slight change to that plan, Tarlin, just a slight one.
Sure.
I don't think we should meet in the restaurant because it's got a security mirror. The only two places in the place that do not have a security mirror are the spa and the baths.
Then I will make sure to case both the spa and the baths, and you can meet me there.
There's a blind spot in the restaurant as well.
There is. You're right. They're right. We could probably get into the restaurant and avoid the security mirror just by turning left.
We've decided on spa and bath.
Okay.
I like spa and bath. I could use a spa and a bath.
Yeah, you could.
Wow.
I'm just going to point out that likely we will be in different baths.
No.
Not in the spa, though.
Not in the spa, though. Yeah, that's probably true.
And it looks, at least based on the blueprint she gave us, there might only be one bath. It is a casino.
It's probably not like naked bathing.
Curtain.
Themed after hell, I mean.
Yeah.
Hot water, maybe.
Maybe it's like a hot tub.
Might be.
I'll let you know.
Tarlin makes a beeline for the hot tub.
Tarlin's gonna be in a towel.
Are we there already?
We're gonna come into the hot tub's gonna be like his arm around. He's gonna have a cigar in his mouth.
I needed this after dealing with you fuckers for the last week.
No, Jack, you are not there already. You are
We're
still in
driving.
the cart driving to where
Okay.
you were told to find the boat that goes to the casino.
Great.
Is there anything else you want to do before arriving?
Yeah, I
Don't
want to
think
Stash
lean
my
over to.
weapons in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I have a feeling they would probably confiscate them at the door anyway. I'm gonna imagine in a casino.
Dagger, you know what I mean? Like a pretty standard concealed dagger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But otherwise, I'm gonna put my swords in the bag.
Okay. I will wear my armor though, because it's studded leather. I've got clothes over it. It should be fun.
I'm going to lean over to Kid and Garrick and say, hey, I don't think that Tarlin trusts me. I don't think he listens to, I don't know. Am I doing something wrong?
Liver, let's be honest. Tarlin is a cleric of the Dawn Father. He lives his life in a certain way. If I was him, I probably on first glance wouldn't trust any of us.
So he's,
I mean, let's be real. I don't mind kidnapping a casino owner, but I think friend Tarlin might, and that's probably the difference between us.
I'm of the
also...
mind.
You go ahead.
I'm of the mind where if it came to it, I would probably grit my teeth and do it. But I actually am on Tarlin's side on this one. We want to avoid, based on our employers' wishes, to not do things that are too illegal. We already have been trying to lie low because of what happened at the museum. I don't think we want to turn the heat up on this boiling water any more than we've done already.
Fair.
Yeah, I kind of have
Okay,
to go
but-
with what Tarlin says this time. He is my landlord, and like,
I will evict you so hard.
Yeah, I kind of need a place to live. I got a pretty good deal going on right now.
Free cart.
it just
That's my
feels
card.
like, okay, all right, I'll go along, but so many handcuffs. If we had free range, we could own the casino.
If we had free
Okay.
range, we'd actually be criminals. Which we kind of are, but also...
Do you know who we work for? Come on! That's what we do! I have
guess.
been trained to steal everything that I want.
And
that's
when
what
you're and when you're not on a contracted job, you're free to do that. But while we're on a contracted job, we have to follow the rules in place that have been set forth by the people hiring us.
Yeah, I have people relying on me to get paid. So I honestly can't really afford, one, to lose my housing. That's very important to me. But two, like, I also really need the money to, help some people out. So if I don't get paid, people have a hard time.
Look at it this way, Sliver. These jobs that we're being contracted to do for the Clasp, it is giving you an opportunity to hone and improve and perfect your skills so that when you do these jobs for yourself, less chance of you actually failing and being more successful in your personal life and getting more money for yourself that you don't have to split with the rest of us.
Oh,
Also,
I
I
don't
know
mind
where to get a
splitting.
crossbow.
Wait a minute. Well,
I think you just reset his brain, kid. You better want to just dial it back a little bit.
point taken. I'm on board.
All right, so the cart, the path you were told to go takes you past the Bright Vagabond. Actually, you go out the South Gate through the Southgate Farms area, south of Amman, towards the coast, and eventually you realize that this is a small river offshoot. You come to the path you're sent down has a freshly painted sign that says "This way to the afterlife" with very gaudy gold letters on the sign, with an arrow pointing down a narrow branch of road. You come across a short distance to a roughly cobbled kind of cul-de-sac area. There are several.
Like around the sign.
No one near the sign.
I just take the sign down.
Okay. Excellent.
He's going to hang it up on the wall of his trailer.
Excellent. You take the sign. So you come to like a rough cobblestone cul-de-sac. There are several other wagons parked here. Most of them have somebody sitting there, like drivers that have been hired and are waiting with the wagons, whatnot. And you see just a little ways down a little slope, you see there is a waterway. There is, as you exit your carriage, you are greeted by a red-robed tiefling. Says, "Welcome to the Afterlife Casino," and gestures towards a gondola. Standing on the gondola, you see a heavily hooded, robed humanoid with a scythe in one hand, just gesturing for you to come onto the ship.
Well, I'll give him this. He's got the
Hey,
presentation.
look, a creepy
aspect
wizard.
down.
Why do they need a wizard to sail this little skiff? Hey, buddy. I
I'll get
flip
on
him
board.
a copper.
Don't pay
What
the
it-
ferryman.
You flip him a copper.
Don't pay the
Yeah.
ferryman.
Don't pay the ferryman.
The copper kind of bounces off his chest and lands in the boat. He doesn't catch it.
Oh, sorry, man. I pick it up and hold it up to him.
He does not move.
Garrick, like, almost jittery, like, grabs Sliver's hand with the coin in it, and, like, stuffs it back in his pocket, just like, no.
What's that guy won't? Okay, creepy. Okay. Guess
So
they
is that-
don't want to tip.
Will we all fit in one gondola?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you head down the river. There's several of the same gaudy signs along the bank of the river. You know, just about how the afterlife awaits. Blah blah blah. Welcome to the river Styx. All the tropes in the world
It's a small world.
about going to hell. Right. Right.
Small underworld.
It's
There's
really.
small underworld after all.
It's
Get that close, smooth shave you crave with Burma shaves.
However, right, the farrier ably navigates your boat downriver into an underground channel. As the cave mouth swallows you, you start to hear the sound of music coming from up ahead. Red lights fill the cave. Everything is garish and gaudy, and all of the decor just makes it try to seem like you are entering hell itself. The cave ceiling rises high above you. Dancing lights bob around, casting different colors all over the walls. You see card tables and other gaming stations surrounded with lots of patrons. Cheers rise. People are excited. Lots of fun is being had. The farrier steers your boat to the left bank, to the docks, and gestures with one hand for you, and in a guttural, deep voice says, "Welcome to the afterlife. Temptation awaits. And he holds his hand out, gesturing towards the dock.
Okay.
Eric is suddenly very visibly annoyed, and he gets off the gondola but doesn't make eye contact with the guy who greeted him, just walks by him.
Okay.
Miss Ashrina, can I have
Talk
my
about a way to
clothes
offend
back?
the cleric of the Lady of Death. Or
I will give him his clothes.
Thanks. I'm gonna go change, and I'm gonna scope it out. I'll see you guys in the spa, right? The spa. Okay. I take off to go change my clothes.
Sir, which way to the spa?
He doesn't say anything. He's just pointing to the dock.
I mean, technically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Hop off the dock.
I also will ask Ashrina for my gala outfit and find a place in the baths or something to put them on.
Yep. As we're coming in, just to kind of back up just a little bit, I'd like to watch very carefully how the ferryman is rowing and steering the ship, or the gondola, just to try and learn as much as I can about how he's doing.
Sure. Not a
Okay.
problem. It looks pretty easy. You know, he's just using a pole, and he's obviously hitting. It's not a big river, so he's sinking that pole in and pushing you guys along. You are going with the current, so it's relatively easy.
Gotcha.
Do you see boats going in the other direction?
Yeah, you would have passed another one with another similarly dressed person steering it, pushing it upriver.
Does he seem to be struggling to push it? Like it's harder to go that way?
Yes.
Okay. Good. I'll keep note of that. But yeah, I'll give everyone who wants their clothes, their clothes. I will also stop into the spa real quick to change, and I'm going to hit the games.
Okay, so as you're walking through, heading to the spa area to get changed, there are several cashier stations around where people are turning coins, giving coins and getting chips, right? And you notice that when they do that, it's actually, they set the coins on a pentagram that's drawn on the table, and the coins disappear, and then in a flash, the chips appear. And then you also see there are 3 types of games going on here. There are tables with 3 Dragon Annie going on. This isn't the tournament tables, but there are 3 Dragon Annie tables here. There's also a dice game being played at some tables. And then there are several machines along the way that are, you see a bunch of people just directly feeding copper coins into these machines and pulling levers with different symbols popping up on the front of the machine. So slot machine type things, as it were, are the 3 types of things. You would pass over the bar. You see that the river kind of winds its way through, and there are land bridges that go over the river in certain spots. And you do see down at the end, the river just falls out the end of the cave, and you can see out into the ocean on the Dagger Bay. You see the night sky out there, and that's where we're going to take our break. All right, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't forget to tip your bartenders, and we'll catch you in a little while. Welcome back, everybody. Our heroes have made it to the afterlife casino, that is.
Mhm.
The afterlife casino. This hellish themed, gaudy, brand new casino. And they do notice that all of the employees here are, in fact, tieflings. The people working the change counters are tieflings. There are some roving security guards that are moving around through the place. They are tieflings. The bartenders, tieflings. As you go into the spa area, which is where I believe everybody was headed to get changed and what have you, the air in here is warmer and more humid than in the casino proper. And it bears a slightly sulfurous fragrance, as it were. There's a tiefling seated behind a desk. They give you a warm smile. There are curtains drawn behind her. Ah, dear souls. Care to enjoy a massage or relax in our sauna? Maybe take a warm bath? Yes, I have a taker. Excellent. What would you like? We have, you can partake in the spa. You can have a therapeutic massage, or relax in the sauna, or go into one of our steaming pools. We have a 2-hour rate or an all-day pass for the pools. And in the spa, massages are 10 gold piece an hour. Relaxing in the wood-sided sauna is free, of course. Complimentary.
Put 10 gold down. Say, bring it on.
Excellent. And they hold open the curtain.
Tarlin again.
They hold open the curtain for you. 1 second as I make some adjustments here.
Oh, wow, it's bigger than I thought.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, a little technical glitch there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna change into my clothes and leave the spa.
Same. I am too.
Same.
Okay.
I will.
Actually, no. Because we need to meet up later, so we should all get an all-day pass to the pools.
Oh yeah, how much is an all-day pass?
Oh, 1 moment. It's 5 gold pieces for an all-day pass.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
Yeah, so all-day
Very
pass
reasonable.
for the pools and that.
Definitely. Yep.
Which would probably also get us like a change room and whatnot. So.
Do you sell bathing suits here?
If you need, not particularly. No. Is there a problem?
Do people just bring their own bathing suits?
Dear, most people don't use any bathing suits.
Oh my! I leave.
Okay.
Where do I go to get my massage?
I think. Yeah, they held up a curtain for you. I think, right?
Yeah,
hell,
they hold-
apparently.
They hold open a curtain there.
Please tell me Tarlin's got a really hairy chest and there's an Asian woman with wax paper in there.
And there are tables and little modesty curtains there.
That's Garrick.
Yep.
Okay.
Sir,
So
I'll let
you
everyone else do their thing, but I do plan on talking to my masseuse and getting as much information as I can when it's my turn.
sure. What's everybody else doing? I know Gashrina changed clothes and left.
As soon as Garrick changes his clothes, he's going to go back to where they saw the chips and coin exchange happening. Position himself so he's facing the majority of the casino, but he's going to stand there and watch what's going on. But he is going to do a divine sense to see if anything weird is going on here.
Okay. You are able to do that no problem. You do not sense anything in your sphere of influence of that is untoward in any way, shape, or form.
That's expert doubt.
Yeah,
but
fair.
but I can't prove it.
I forgot to mention one thing. There was a list of rules down by the dock.
Oh,
You all would have seen.
okay.
One says stay out of the river Styx. Second one says don't cheat. Cheaters never prosper. Don't accost or threaten other patrons or the staff.
That's fair.
Keep your weapons hidden or sheathed at all times.
Oh, so we can have them.
Sheathed. We like
Only employees may pass through the green trimmed doors. And the last one is win, win, win in all big garish letters.
Oh, so that's a rule.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I guess we have to win.
In that case, I would ask for my weapons back. Keep them sheathed, obviously, but because everybody else seems to be allowed to wear them as long as they keep them stowed, I'm going to do the same thing.
Shrina's going to the dice tables. I imagine are like manned, kind of like a blackjack table. Like there's like a dealer, someone you're playing against, right?
Dice. Yes, the dice is against a dealer. The Three Dragon Any card game is against each other, against
Okay.
other patrons.
Okay.
And there is usually a table tender, like a worker at the table, just to handle any disputes or anything that might come up. That's overseeing the game, but they're not dealing it. It's deal kind of rotates around player to player in that situation. And then obviously the slots are slots.
Right. I don't want to go get tokens, so I'm going to go sit at a slots table or a slots machine. And I would like to sit at one where I can see some of the security guards that I imagine are posted around the room.
Sure.
I'd like to get a table or a machine where I can like sit there and like view a security guard without looking to like see.
Okay. So you're going over to some of the slots. That's not a problem. You also see that there is a small, narrow on the western wall. There's a small, narrow, what looks to be like a racetrack table, like a table that has a racetrack on it. And there's a lot of shouting and cheering as patrons are clustered around it. And you see rats with numbers painted on their backs, scurrying along in lanes. And people are cheering on and betting, obviously, on which rat is going to make it to the end. South of that track, there's some lounge chairs and a couple cashier booths that I described earlier. And then, so that's on the western wall there. And there are slot machines amongst some of the dice tables as well in that area. You do see there are some security guards. What are you looking for in terms of them? Ashrina, you were looking for security guards. Was there anything
yes, sorry. I am just trying to like eyeball. So two things. I want to eyeball like their equipment that they have on them.
Okay.
I want to eyeball their equipment, just kind of see what they're doing, and then I just want to watch them for like, do they change shifts? Do they do any sort of like a what is it called? Like a circuit around the room, and then ideally, if I can see any of the doorways that are employees only, I'd like to be able to clock whether or not they pull out any pass cards, key cards, whatever.
So all of those doors are trimmed in this green color, and they have a employees only beyond this point, obviously stamped right there on the door. The employees, when they come up to those doors, pull out a green key card with you are able to see every employee that goes in and out, so you can take your time and get near it to see it. The key card has an obvious devil face on it. On the key card, the guards so everyone that works here, all employees are dressed identical. So they are all tiefling, but they are all dressed identically. So they all have like almost like tuxedo style outfits on. They're obviously all the same. They're tailored. They fit everybody differently, different shaped bodies and whatnot, but they are all identical. And the guards, in addition to the outfit that is identical, you can tell underneath that tuxedo outfit, they are wearing leather armor. And the guards have have maces and crossbows with quivers that they are attached to their slung over their back and on their hip, as it were. They look quite capable, pretty strong looking folks, all the guards that are working here. You're casing through the casino area. You're casing I think it's about 5 or 6 of them patrolling around just randomly.
Okay. And then did you say there were also like basically alcohol waitresses walking around too?
So the area on the western side near the spa is actually a two sections of bar there. So there's actually 2 bars there, and that you can just go up and order drinks there.
But they don't have anybody like walking around trying to get orders or bringing. Okay, perfect. Good to know. Good to know. Okay.
So as we're kind of watching folk, do we see any of the boatmen in evidence in the casino, right? Because they're the only non-tiefling staff we've seen, and they're covered head to toe in cloaks, right? So do we see any of them going from the boats to the gun? You know what I mean? Like, are they around?
They are down at the docks, and pretty much once they drop somebody off, they're either waiting. There's usually always one boat there waiting to see if anybody needs to leave, but most of them head back upriver because
we don't see any like getting off shift and like walking back through the employee doors or anything like that. Like, it would be weird if robed figures walked around in here, is what I'm getting at.
The after some time spent, maybe you see someone like get off shift and someone replace them. Yes, a robed figure will go to the back of house area through one of the green doors, but that's rare compared to all the other employees because you've got dealers swapping out bartenders and things like that.
Sure. Yeah, right. That makes sense. So I'm just trying to figure out if it would be weird to grab a dark cloak and head to the back.
Ashrina, did you say you were actually going to gamble?
Yeah, I wanted to make it look like I'm actually gambling as I'm like clocking staff and all of their movements.
Gotcha. So over on the slot machines, you see there are several people gambling there. It's all copper coins only. And the way the machines are set up, it says, the instructions are right there on the front. You can insert anywhere between 1 and 9 copper pieces and how much you choose to put in. When you pull the handle, the odds, you have odds. There are 5 different places that symbols will pop up, and you'll after watching for a lit, you see 6 different symbols, and the more you match, the better odds pay out. If you match 3 of the symbols, you get 2 to 1. If you match 4, you get 4 to 1. If you match 5, all 5 of the symbols, you get 10 to 1.
All right, I'm gonna stick in. I'll play 3 copper at a time.
All right, so you put 3 copper pieces in. Do me a favor and roll 5d6, please. And you're looking for individual numbers, not a total.
Clever.
Okay, I got 2 1s, a 5, a 4, and a 3.
So no 3 of a kind, no 4 of a kind, no 5 of a kind. Womp womp. You lose your 3 copper pieces.
Dang.
Try again, it says, right flashing on the screen.
I will. I can see why people are professional gamblers.
And you say that out loud, and a few machines down from you, there's a dwarven woman who's standing there just feeding the machine. She's like, I got this figured out. I know the algorithm. We got this, girl. You and me. And next to her,
algorithm?
Next to her is a dwarven male who's like, sis, you're going to lose all your money.
For whatever reason.
And she's like, no, I know the algorithm. Watch. And she puts in 7 coins. And she's like, you have to go in prime numbers, right? You have to put prime number coins in. Do you know what a prime number is?
Yeah, I put in 3. 3's a prime number, isn't it?
Right. Well, you're not always going to win, but you got to stay with the prime numbers. Never do non-prime numbers. That's the key, because the machine will get messed up after a while, and it's just going to spit coins at you. You watch.
Don't I want it to spit coins at me?
No, that's good. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Don't do non-prime numbers.
Huh. Okay.
And you
I
see
stick
over her
7 coins.
over her shoulder, the male dwarf is just kind of like just exhausted with this.
I stick 7 coins in the machine.
Okay, 7 coins. Excellent. Go ahead and roll me 5d6. So the symbols come up. The symbols come up, and your 7 coins. The machine shoots out 14 coins, and she says, "See, I told you."
I lean over and give her a high five, and then
she's like, "Give me that luck, girl. Give me that luck."
I'll look at her brother, and I assume is her brother based on the moniker he gave her, and say, "This lady's a prophet."
Well, she's definitely got a lot she thinks she knows. Yes, that's what a prophet is. Yes, prophets know a lot. Yes, and he's just, he's obviously here making sure his sister doesn't lose her life savings. So.
I'll continue feeding coins into the machine, probably 7 at a time at this point, since I won with 7. I'll feed them in 7 at a time and just make idle chit chat with the crazy lady. But never taking my eyes off of the floor, just watching people roam around and just making sure I'm keeping an eye on how often guards maybe change over. If there is, I'd like to know, honestly, if there's a set shift change, because I imagine we're going to sit here for a little while.
Sure.
So I'd like to see if they ever change shift or go on breaks at a specific time. Although we're in a casino, so there's probably no clocks, and I don't have a watch.
There are no clocks. There are definitely no clocks. And the tricky part is you're seeing enough comings and goings out those employee doors.
Okay.
That it's really they're not necessarily going off shift. They're taking breaks, and you don't know who comes out when, and they never go back to the same table. Dealers are shuffled around intentionally not to be patterned, right? So there's no pattern you can easily follow. The guards are just walking the floor and looking for people cheating, right? They're looking for people cheating and waiting for a fight to break out between people who are gambling against each other at the 3 Dragon Annie tables. That seems to be their whole job.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just be playing games.
Great. What's anybody else doing?
I asked Kid to come with me to the bar for a drink.
I guess that's what I do.
All right.
And I assume that the bar there are places to sit.
Yeah, there's some chairs near the bar. Okay. Several chairs near the bar, seating areas, as well as stools right at the bar if you wish.
I want to sit as close as I can to the most number of people so that a stage whisper would be heard accidentally. I'm not trying to talk loud enough for people to hear me, but I want it to seem like I'm whispering, but they can still overhear me. I don't know if that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay. I order drinks for both me and Kid, and I put my head down and then just say very softly to Kid, just go with me. Just go with me here for a minute.
So as you
sort of raise an eyebrow, but
as you go up to the bar to order drinks, you realize that there are different spirits you can buy that are common standard fare in Amman, but there's a special drink here that is an ale called the Brimstone Gulp, and they're really pushing it. It comes in, you see people who have ordered it, it comes in these copper flagons that have prancing imps on the flagons. It's like souvenir cups that you get to keep.
All right.
And
Whatever.
they're also selling cigars.
I look back at Kid and make the motion like, "Do you smoke?" He shrugs. All right,
He's a child. Reflexively.
I'll order two of the.
18, 19.
I'll order two of the special drinks with the flagons because those are cool.
Okay.
Not gonna get the cigars though.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go back to the table, give him his drink, and then in a stage whisper, start talking about how I've heard through the grapevine from people who have gambled here before and people who are involved in the construction that the reason they chose the afterlife theme is because the guy who's in charge has actually made deals with devils because that's what devils do. They kind of control like who wins, who loses. They're basically, from what I've heard, they're actually deals for souls. Those who, the more coins they pull in, the more they listen to, try to get souls for the demons and devils. Basically, just trying to cause people who hear to have doubts about the legitimacy of this place. I'll even bring up the fact that the coins disappear and the chips appear out of nowhere. That's not normal. Somebody's got their hands in that. I can't prove it. I'm just letting you know from what I've heard from people who have been here before, people who worked on the place when it was being built. I mean, it did just suddenly pop up. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this place. I'm drinking, so I don't want to make it like I'm drunk. I'm not sloshed, but it's obvious that I'm like more open because I've been drinking. So maybe I'm saying some stuff I wouldn't normally say if I was sober. Just trying to get that vibe around the bar.
I will play the. I'm just eating this all up. Like, oh yeah, just like the naive Patsy, right? Just like, oh gosh, that's amazing. I'll never spend my money here. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of going with this story he's spinning.
So there's an elven man who's into his cups, and he's overhearing you talk about this and kind of raises an eyebrow, and the bartender also kind of raises a little bit of an eyebrow at you, and comes over. The bartender's washing a glass, and he's like, "Hey, friend, where you get your information from?"
Hey, rumors. You know how people are. They talk. Whether, and to be fair, could be disgruntled losers who have gambled here and lost their money. But I've heard about it in the city as well. It is kind of odd that this place was constructed and then the construction workers kind of disappeared.
Well, isn't that what happens when construction is finished?
I don't mean they leave. I mean they're gone.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, that's just things I've heard. Again, I can't prove any of it. I'm just going by what I've heard. Yeah, I will say the vibe in here is immaculate. They did a really good job on the presentation, I have to admit. Which is, coming from me, that says something. And he chuckles a little bit.
And the elf kind of snickers a little, and he goes, "A little over the top, don't you think?"
It is, but if you're going to be in a place...
No offense. He looks at the tiefling behind the bar. He's like, "No offense, but it is a little over the top."
That's how you get people to remember you.
I suppose. And the bartender's like, "Well, can we get you guys any more? I tell you what, you guys are a lot of fun. Round on the house."
Thank you, kid. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He pours you another one.
So I mean, you're on the job, so I don't want to put you on the spot or anything. But you haven't heard anything like that?
Who, me? You said the bartender?
Yeah.
He's like, no. I mean, no. The boss is great. It's great.
Takes care of you guys, huh?
Oh yeah, this is a good place. I do pretty good.
That's good. Good to know. Because, new businesses, when they pop up out of nowhere, sometimes you're worried that the employees are going to be shafted, at least until the money starts rolling in. So I'm glad he's taking care of you guys. That's good to know.
I mean, it beats making pies all day.
Pies.
Yeah, I used to bake.
Really?
Yeah,
Any good at it?
that was all right.
Yeah.
Why
You
is
know,
everybody
Granny's
muscling
pie?
into our territory?
What pies did you make?
It's on site for any other pie bakers.
You guys have
Are you
found your
familiar?
first.
Yeah, pulls
your
a dagger.
first
Are you
target.
familiar with Granny's pies?
uh, so, um, so yeah, he chit chats, does the typical
So-
bartender
so-
thing.
So you say you make good money. Do you have to be a tiefling to work here? Is there any opportunities for somebody who doesn't have horns?
That's kind of the theme.
I mean, I saw the gondola guy. Is that a thing? Who do I talk to about that?
No, there are tieflings under those hoods too.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, boss is kind of a stickler about that. Tieflings only.
He a tiefling too?
No. He's a gnome. I mean, he wears this really silly hat that looks like horns and makes him look like, because he just likes to play the part, right? And he's got, he just wants to like be the big head. You know how. Okay, so and then the bartender just goes into the 9 hells and the discussion of all the 9 hells and the hierarchy and the different things and then this and that, and he's like, so of course he's Asmodeus, right? Like,
So he's Beelzeboss. Got it.
yes. I will not reuse that here, but yes, thank you for that, sir. Yells a boss. He just laughs.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, Sliver, what you up to?
Well, Sliver, before he leaves the spa, he's going to put on some of his makeup, some of his disguise. He's going to make his skin a purplish, not full on purple, but purple sheen here and there. He's going to put some putty on his forehead as if 2 horns used to be there but are broken off. So just little chunks of purplish. Everything's a little bit purple. He's going to put on his fancy outfit that he got from the kobold haberdasher or clothier, tailor. And he's going to go sit out in the bar area on one of the sofas. He's going to have a drink of water in a cocktail glass and pretend to be slightly inebriated, singing along with whatever music is playing softly, just like every once in a while he'll sing a couple words. But the number one thing he's going to hope is to attract attention because he might be a tiefling. Of course, he has no tail. And also to watch anybody who is going in and out of rooms to see if they have cards or whatever they're using to go into the security rooms.
Yep. So first off,
Hold on. If I see that, then I want to also see where they hold them. Are they on a string, on a chain, in pockets, etc.?
Okay. So first off, give me a deception check. And are you proficient with the disguise kit?
I am, and I have advantage on pretending to be someone else because of the actor feat.
So give me a deception check with advantage.
Wow, that's terrible. 9.
Okay. So you work on your disguise, and you've got it as best as you're going to be able to get it for the time being. You head out into the common area. You sing your songs. You have your drinks, and you are able to draw the amount of attention that you want to draw. Nobody's thinking the wiser of you doing that. Are you gambling at all, or just drinking and hanging out?
Just watching, just
Okay.
enjoying my time there.
You see all the employees that go through any of the green doors use key cards that they keep in either a vest pocket in their tuxedo jacket or kind of thing, or back pockets, whatever pocket they, it's random. There's not like a specific place for each of them, but it's not like on a chain. It's not attached to them. It's a loose card in their pockets.
Great. Then what I'm going to watch for is an easy mark to sidle up to and try to steal a key.
What would Sliver think is an easy mark?
If someone sticks their key, you could still see a piece of it sticking out, or if it's in a pocket that's looser than, like maybe, some tight-fitting garments, if you put a pocket in, it's right up against your skin. So a loose pocket or a piece of the card sticking out.
Okay. So give me a perception check to see if you can spot something like that.
Okay. Perception is also garbage. That's a 7.
All right. So you're watching.
Pass my curse on to you.
I mean,
Welcome.
the tuxedos are kind of form-fitting, so you're not really coming across anybody who has the loosest of pockets or anything like that. So one person's just as good as the next, basically, from what you can tell.
Okay, then I'm going to follow one of the workers, who I just saw put a card into a pocket, into a crowd. And as the crowd comes together, as people might be jostling, I'm going to try to pick a pocket.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you go for a bartender, a security guard, or a dealer?
That's a good question. I don't think it's going to matter one bit. So let's go for a security guard.
All right. Give me 1 second. All right. You can go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Boy, it's not with advantage, is it? Because we're in a tight place and people are bumping together. Just a straight sleight of hand. Here we go. I don't think I've rolled above a 5 yet. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh, finally. That's a 20.
So you...
That's when you need to roll above a 5, is when you're stealing from a guard.
So you deftly palm a green card with the devil's face on it out of a vest pocket of one of the security guards that is walking by.
Okay, I'm going to stick that inside my jacket
Uh-huh.
and walk over to catch Kid's eye. And I'm going to signal him. Oh, I don't know thieves can't.
You all do.
Just
you all know. You all know.
We do.
thieves.
Oh, great. Then I'm going to signal to him something like item acquired.
Where do you do this at?
I'm just going to walk in front of his field of vision and assume he's watching.
Okay. And where were you guys at the bar specifically?
I mean, we're sitting at the bar, I think, where the bartenders, because we were talking to the bartender, so we would have to be at the bar. So we're at one of the bars in the area.
Yeah, I would guess if we were going to be somewhere at the bar, we would be kind of on the short L side, like here-ish, so we can see most of the room.
That's probably pretty fair. Where's my character here?
Okay.
So
Great.
basically, Sliver could walk anywhere in front of the bar region and would kind of cross our field of view. So I'm trying to keep as many people in sight as possible. You know what I mean? The old back to the wall.
Yep. Uh, so, Sliver, when you're standing there and you make that sign to them, which is easily passed along in their point of view, they see you, and you guys can be signal back and forth. You are noticing right over their shoulder there is one of those mirrors that has got your reflection in it.
Okay. I'm gonna go. As I notice it, I'm gonna stare right at it. Gonna go walk up to it and adjust my suit, tuck my vest in, fix my ascot.
As you're doing that, you realize that your disguise is not that great. Like now that you're looking at it with a mirror, you're like, oh, well, okay, shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's one of those, no one has called you on it. No one has like looked at you twice in this place because you fit in. Like you fit the motif, right? So, but all things considered, it's not the best work you've done disguise-wise.
Sure. Well, I'm just cosplaying.
Exactly.
You are not a tiefling this evening.
That's right.
As kind of time passes, just like a little bit, and we've sort of had this conversation, I'd like to take my drink and wander into the tournament room. I'd like to see if I can put eyes on the statue, because if it's not in the vault, it's going to be in the tournament room. So.
Okay, you are going to head that way. I'm going to skip over to Tarlin in the spa as you head that way.
Perfect.
Tarlin, this is a fantastic massage. This tiefling has the strongest fingers, and you are getting you are almost falling asleep from the amount of release that you are being given from all of this massage. Your muscles feel like jelly.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I know, right?
Can I bend your ear while we're doing this just so I don't fall asleep?
Oh, sure.
So, how long has this place been open?
Oh, this is the opening week. This is our big grand opening, our big tournament going on. Are you a Three Dragon Any player or?
Oh no, I was dragged along here with some friends, and they're enjoying themselves, and I'm choosing my own enjoyment.
A lot of people do that. This like our hope is that we actually make a reputation for this being one of the reasons why people come, because, who doesn't enjoy a good spa day regardless of whether you're a gambler or not, right?
Oh, yeah, and if all the massages are like this, for sure.
Well, all the ones I give.
Right. So what do you make of Toggle Pocket?
Oh,
good.
The boss man?
Yeah.
I mean, he's all right. Honestly, you could sense that he's not being fully divulgent in his words there.
I mean, pay good, treat you well.
Pays fine, and tips are great. And I love my job. It's what I want to be doing. And it's fun. I like going over to the circus. There's a really cool acrobatics act and some really cool animal acts that go on over there. It's a lot of fun. I do that on my downtime. But boss is kind of a prick.
How so?
Well, I mean, look at this place, man. He's fucking racist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've only been in here. Is everyone a tiefling?
He only hires tieflings. I don't know why. And I don't know if I'm going to stay. It doesn't feel right. I mean, the money's good, but it just feels off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Amon's like the city of the most welcoming, diverse population. in the city of Amman, and here we are doing this. It just feels, I don't know. It's
Well,
gross. It's a little gross. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laying this on you.
no, actually, I'm a cleric of the Dawnfather. This is very
Oh.
awkward.
He kind of pulls his hands off you, like.
That's fine. I'm just saying that an establishment that glorifies the Nine Hells is it's asking for trouble. On top of the fact that he's making a statement by only hiring tieflings. I mean, you could be a masseuse. You could be a masseuse anywhere.
I thank you. I thank you. I think so.
I mean, how much does this racism bother you?
I mean, well, I shouldn't complain. I've got a good job. I'm doing what I love doing, but I come to work. I got to get on the gondola on the River Styx. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it bugs me.
Is that the general feeling among the staff?
I mean, enough. Some of us feel like we go out drinking sometimes after work and bitch about it, and, like anybody does about their boss. I mean, bosses suck in general, right? Like, I mean,
Mine's pretty great.
I used to really
just kind of look up.
and he laughs. He goes, got it. No. I mean, I used to work at a tavern, man. Tavern owners are assholes.
So, I have bad news.
What's that?
I own the Bright Vagabond. It's an inn tavern.
Oh. Look,
oopsie. There goes the tip.
Oh, yep, yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
No problem. Maybe you can make it up to me.
He kind of steps back a little bit.
No, not like that.
Okay.
No.
In my line of work, you understand.
Of course. I mean, everyone wants their endings to be happy.
I was almost drinking when you said that.
I may have waited.
That's a nat 20.
So, if I were to say need a bunch of the staff to look the other way, how might I be able to do that with this descent? Because I want to make this Toggle Pocket upset. He hurt a friend of mine.
Oh. Okay.
Nothing like I am a cleric. I'm not going to hurt him. I'm not going to like.
Yeah. I get it. You
embarrass him.
Oh, well, I mean, several of us would probably laugh and enjoy to see that and snicker at least under our breath if that were to happen. As far as how do you get us to turn? I mean, bribing sometimes works. Not saying that I need you to do that. I already owe you one for the comment. But
tell you what,
the guards are the tough nuts to crack. They're the best paid, obviously. Do
you have any friends that work in the security room?
Those are all guards. I mean, I know a couple of them. I don't know that we're acquaintances, but not
any of them
else.
feel the way that you do about the whole afterlife thingy?
I mean, yeah, probably.
$40 gold for you as a tip.
Whoa!
If you
Whoa!
if we can get the security mirrors turned off for tonight.
I doubt I can pull that off for you. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that. Honestly,
How about
I
10
don't.
gold? 10 gold to get me in contact with one of the less than happy security guards.
I can give you a name and point them out. Yeah.
Perfect. That's all I need. My gold is in my bag, but you still have about 20 minutes on this massage, and you're gonna finish it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And he gives you a name. He said Zorthos is who you should try to speak to. He said he is a red-skinned tiefling with bright blue eyes and black horns, kind of burly.
Okay.
He's heard him make some disparaging remarks about the boss.
Cool. I have sown my discontent and found a contact. That's all my mission was.
Excellent. All right, so kid, you head over to the tournament room.
Yar.
Steps
Not exactly
lead.
sure which room that is to put myself in it. But...
That's the room in the northeast corner near the waterfall.
Oh, okay. So over here.
Yes. As you go in there, you do see like the waterfall. It's a beautiful view. There's a railing there. You can stand and watch the water plummet. You can look out the coast. It's kind of really like this is a really cool spot.
It has been absolutely on this.
Especially looking out this way because you're not looking at the hell theme and all the the fire print furniture and all that crap, right? This is actually a nice view. But
nicest view in hell, I guess.
Right. Looking down, the steps lead down to a sunken floor of a gambling haven ringed with pillars of black basalt. There are 7 3-dragon ante tables on the floor space. There's a 3-foot-high shelf carved into the far wall, bears a glass case, displayed in which is a gold statuette of a winged devil. Standing next to the display case is a tiefling security guard.
Yeah,
Dang, it's out in the open.
I had a feeling that it might be.
And you also notice that there, out of the tables, the 2 deepest into the room are reserved. There are more people standing around watching. Those are the 2 tables that currently are housing the tournament players. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 people left in the tournament, 4 on each table.
And there is like a big crowd around.
No, there's just some spectators, right? I mean, people are coming and going a little bit, but obviously, like it has a buzz about it.
Yeah,
Dang, feathered wings. That's really rubbing it in.
Yeah, enough people that like there's like a lot of action around the display case. Like if I were to kind of walk near the display case and sort of examine it surreptitiously, it wouldn't be weird to be standing over there.
No, not at all. There are people that are checking that out because they know it's the thing. If you want to
trophy, sure. Yeah, I'd like to give. I mean, sure, I'll inspect the statuette, but I'd like to inspect the display case that it is housed in.
Absolutely. The display case is about 2 foot wide, 2 foot deep, and about 3 foot tall. And you would consider that a small object, the case itself, and the statuette inside it would be like a tiny object. Your guess is that statue is probably about like 10 pounds, which in gold That's a good amount of gold,
Well,
right?
it's a lot of gold. Yeah.
Right. And give me a investigation check as you are looking.
Sure. That begin as we mean to go on. That is a 1 on the die.
You catch
On the
you catch your own reflection in the glass of the display case, and
I look great in a suit, man. It's
yeah,
awesome. I'm so
this
excited about
outfit
that.
from Auras is just amazing.
Nicest outfit I've ever owned.
Yeah. You do see
Yeah.
that the display case does have a hinged door with a locked latch on it.
Sure does. Yeah, I'm glad to see the door. Good. Uh, can I at least get a sense from just sort of the number of players left and kind of what's going on? How long we have left in the tournament, like is this something that's going to go on for another day or so? Are we in danger of wrapping up in the next couple of hours? Like what, you know what I mean?
So with 8 people still playing 2 tables, it hasn't gotten down to the final table yet. You have some time, and actually, while you're standing there, you hear a big cheer from over at the table, and a halfling slams down their cards, looks at the table, looks at the other players, and stands up, and a bunch of people clap for him as he walks away, and he's just kind of like, he's all pissed off. And now it's down to 7.
Gotcha. So we have some time, but not
Right.
a long time.
Right. Looking at the piles of coins around everybody, which is the judge, nobody's running away with it and going to win in 20 minutes, right?
We got some hours left at the very least.
For sure.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I don't know anything useful at all about the display case. So I am going to just stand here and watch the tournament, but I'm also going to kind of keep an eye on the guard and see, is there a rotation? Is the guard paying attention? Are there, a lot of guards kind of rotate? You know what I mean? What the security situation looks like on the case itself. If obviously I can't figure out anything about the case, but maybe I can figure out what the guard schedule looks like.
So, thinking back what you were watching out at the bar and this is the only guard that is stationary. The other 5 were moving around. This guard is planted here. He's watching the room, but you can tell if a fight were to break out across the room, he'd probably yell at the person who has gotten into a fight. He would not leave. He is definitely parked at this statue.
Gotcha.
What are the odds that he's red-skinned with bright blue eyes and black horns?
You're not there.
I don't know to look. Yeah, I wish I could tell you, but it's a tiefling.
You're right.
Wow.
Is there anything around the display case? Does it look like there's a back of the display case that opens, or is the only, you know what I mean? Is there a service? Does it feel like there's would I be able to get into the display case from behind, or is the only way to get into the display case in the room itself? You know what I mean? Kind of look around for hidden kind of.
Gotcha.
Openings.
The display case doesn't look like it is attached to the wall.
Got it.
So.
And there's only one mirror in this room, right?
Yes, and it is across the room from where the display case is. So.
It has a direct eye on it.
Yeah, it does, but it's kind of far away.
Mm-hmm.
But it does, right?
I guess the last thing that I want to do is kind of just wander over there and just sort of be a little bit tired and just lean on the mirror and just kind of figure out how much of the mirror can I take up with my body. If I just lean back on the mirror, am I taking up most of the mirror's field of view?
That's an interesting question. Let me check on something. So the mirrors are actually mounted slightly off the ground. They're not flat. So they are up a little bit, but you definitely can find a sweet spot where you're covering. You can figure out easily enough where to stand that you can't, if you're standing there, or maybe if you had a friend next to you, you wouldn't be able to see. If you stayed there, you wouldn't be able to see the case.
Gotcha. Okay, so there is a spot that I can make a blind spot if I
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, at least I figured out something that is useful.
Excellent.
That display case, though, boy, what a nice display case.
It is so nice.
Locked.
Nice
Sure
suit. It's nice suit you're wearing too.
I look fantastic.
You do.
I really do.
Ashrina.
Mhm.
As the gambling has gone on, do you want to throw a few more choices?
Yeah, I'll throw a couple. Is there with the hell theme? I imagine, are there like sconces that have fire in them, or like any sort of fire fixtures?
So in this area, you're seeing dancing lights are what's moving around the whole space, providing light sources. The shape of the lights look like balls of fire, right?
Okay.
Because of course they do. But you have womp womp.
Yeah.
another however many copper coins you put in.
7.
You do not get a triple. So
Okay. I'm gonna roll 2 more times.
Okay.
And then I want to find a bath. Damn, what the heck?
Oh.
Womp womp again. This is baloney. I'm switching. Do I know?
Go to a
brand
different
numbers? Oh, God.
machine.
No. I'm gonna switch my prime number down to 3. So this one's only gonna be for 3 gold.
Gotcha.
Or
Maybe
3,
that's the
not
key.
3 gold, 3 copper.
Maybe you have to change the amount you bet each time. Oh.
Sure don't.
Ashrina doesn't know the algorithm.
Yep.
It's not.
Okay. Annoyed that I have lost some money. I've only lost 13 copper, by the way. Annoyed that I've lost some money. I'm going to try and find like a bathroom. I want to see what the bathroom situation looks like around here.
Okay. You are able to find restrooms, private stalls. They're nicely appointed. There's attendants outside that have, washcloths for you. It's kind of fancy.
Washcloths like right outside the doors to the bathroom, or is it like one of those fancy bathrooms that have like a stupid lounge that
Yeah, you have like a little lounge that you can go in. And they have different perfumes, all hell themed perfumes in there. That you can spray down with after you use the bathroom, and then there's clean washcloths and attendant there in case you need anything. Then there's private stuff beyond that.
Interesting. Okay. Dang it. Okay, so I will go to take so the attendant in there, does she look strong, or does she look like more frail?
She looks pretty weak. She's not a guard at all.
Perfect.
No weaponry, no armor.
I'm gonna go to take a towel from her and like pretend that I slip on like water or something and kind of like accidentally knock her down.
All right. Make me a shove attempt,
What is that?
which would be a athletics check.
Great. Why am I proficient in athletics?
You made the character.
That would be a 15.
Right.
Why am I proficient in athletics?
Oh yeah, you shove her down to the ground.
So I will like scramble and like be profusely apologizing, like trying to help her pick up the cloths that I assume were dropped. And as she's distracted, I want to pickpocket a green key card off of her.
All right. So first and foremost, make me a deception check for how well you are pretending to be drunk and or slipping and all that. How intentional this looked.
That's a 7.
Okay, so that doesn't give you advantage on the sleight of hand check, but go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, Jesus. That's a 9.
Good lord.
So
We are the best thieves ever.
when this happens, she's like, "Excuse me, miss, could you?" And she literally grabs your wrist and pulls your hand out of her pocket, and she's like, "What's this about?"
I was trying to put the cloths back. Don't you keep them like how do you have enough hands to hold all these claws? That's why we fell. You clearly need to hold some in your pockets.
This wasn't my fault, and you're trying to reach into my pockets.
Listen, it's not my fault your floors are so slippery. Y'all should do a better job cleaning, and I just leave.
Make me an intimidation check.
Good. That's a 23.
With a 23, she's like, "Listen, I don't want any trouble. It's all okay. Here." And she pulls up her she's like, "This is my favorite perfume. You'll like it. It's okay."
Does
Take
it
a spray.
smell good?
No.
Ma'am,
Just
this
no.
stinks.
Man, look, I'm just. Never mind.
Listen,
Never mind.
you do your thing. This isn't for me. Perfumes act differently on different people. So you should ask before you spray. So let's just forget that I slipped and fell in here, and I won't cause a scene, and we'll forget this ever happened, and I'll go along smelling like I do. And I leave. I just leave the room.
All right. She's like,
made me do.
she's just kind of shaking her head, doesn't really know what to do, and you leave the restroom area.
Terrorize this poor service employee.
Okay, Karen.
Oh man, that went so poorly.
At least you got the intimidation check in.
I'm small, but I am mighty.
All right, Garrick, what are you doing in this?
Yeah, I actually had a very similar thought to what Ashrina did. Based on the map we were given, there are 2 entrances to the back office area, one by the security mirror up to the north, and then one farther south.
Correct.
I am going to wander toward the south door and, just linger until I see the door open and somebody is coming out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to accidentally run into them while pretending to count my coins like I'm counting if I've lost or won. Because I figure when they're leaving and coming in, that is when the card is probably the least secure because they're actually using it. So I'm going to try to bump into them accidentally while they're leaving to try to make them drop the card on the ground to see if I can maybe, once they do that, make it so that they can't pick it up.
So that's pretty creative. As the door opens, and how far away from the door are you going to be?
I'll say I'll say 5 to 10. I'll say 5 feet. That way, when the door starts to open, I can start moving. So that by the time the person comes out of the door, I'm there.
Okay. You do notice that when the door swings open, there is a mirror in the hallway beyond the person, aimed right at your door.
Okay. In that case, which way does the door open? Like, if I'm standing on the north side, does the door open so that it's in front of me, like blocking me from the hallway, or is it open the other way where I can look directly into the hallway?
The door opens in.
In. Okay.
And swings to the south wall.
South wall. Okay.
The hinge is on the south wall, swings into the hallway.
Okay. In that case, I will wait, and once they step away from the door, as we've been watching, do the doors close on their own?
The doors do close on their own.
Okay. Then what I will do is I'll wait, and once the door starts to close on its own, that's when I'll make my move, so that by the time I run into them, the door's closed and the mirror can't see me.
Perfect. You are in a lovely blind spot in that area. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and give me that sleight of hand check.
Okay. That's a 4.
Excellent. So you bump into this guy and you knock him ass over tea kettle. You hit it, you misjudge the step, and he just goes sprawling, right? His key card was in his hand and it goes sprawling even further away, but away from you, nowhere near you.
Okay.
And he immediately scrambles up to the card. You could tell that that card is very important to him. He grabs it, and as soon as he gets the card and shoves it deep into his pocket, he turns back to you and goes, "I am so sorry, sir."
That's all right. I should have been watching where I was going. I've lost money, and I'm trying to figure out how much I'm down. I'm very, very sorry about that.
Well, if you keep gambling, you'll win it back.
Oh, that's what I keep hearing, but I'm starting to lose faith. He chuckles. He points to his holy symbol. Starting to lose faith.
Well, and he kind of says, "Listen, don't do the slots."
Really?
Yeah. The person that programmed those, man, they're a genius. There's no algorithm to bust at all.
Oh, good to know. Thank you for the tip. I'll stay away from them. Are you all right? Are you sure you're okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, accidents happen.
Yeah, walk away.
All right, Sliver.
Is there a band playing, or is the music piped in?
The music is piped in.
Oh, that's terrible. Well,
let me double check that. Hold on 1 second, because there's
Sure. I don't guess that I'm talking with any people. Okay. I see that one of the entrances to the back.
Yeah, it's there's no apparent source of the music. It's just permeating.
All right. So I can't jump on stage with anybody. I'm going to go run quickly into the spa.
Okay.
And find Tarlin.
Okay. Tarlin is wrapping up his massage, doing the whole warmed rocks on his back moment.
Right. Is there anyone with him at the moment?
The employee is there. He's kind of picking up towels and cleaning up.
I'm gonna say, excuse me.
Yeah.
Please give me a moment with my friend here.
Okay.
Tarlin is face down with the rocks on his back doing this.
And you feel the masseuse's hand on your shoulder. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, sure. And he grabs the dirty towels. He waves a key card at the doors on the eastern side. Perception check for Sliver, please.
Okay. Perception check coming up. And that is a 17 total.
So as that door swings open and he kind of pushes it open with his feet because his hands are full of dirty towels, there's a bin inside that he tosses the towels in, and you look past him and there are racks of hanging towels and racks of employee uniforms lining the wall and large wash basins in there. This is obviously the laundry.
I say.
And the door
bend
shuts.
down.
And the door shuts, and you two are alone in the spa.
Okay. I bend down and say, Mr. Tarlin, I won the jackpot. And I reach down underneath the table in front of his face and show him the card. This opens doors. And I just saw in that room that he just went into a whole bunch of uniforms that the employees wear.
Good job on the card. The uniforms won't help us. We're not tieflings.
But I can be. Oh, I can easily be.
I look up at his disguise and
There's
sure
like one broken thing falling off.
It's like sliding down his face.
Yeah. And that's where we're going to end this session for the night. All right. So next time we'll pick it up from there as you guys have some more dicey decisions to make on how you are going to solve this little predicament. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you had a good time as we did. Lots of laughs, lots of fun, lots of copper pieces thrown into machines.
We're gonna get that algorithm like any minute now.
That's right.
I'm going to different
believe.
table. I have
believe in that,
just.
Trina.
I've lost 13 copper. I've assaulted an employee.
Excellent.
I am just your stereotypical gambler.
All right. Well, thanks all. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you in a week.